Alright guys, what is up? Here to do your workout demo for Thursday, tomorrow, 4/2 I believe it is. Okay, so April 2nd. Today is going to be a spicy little interval workout. So we're basically doing thrusters of some type. I'll give you a ton of different tips on how you can do those. And then we're going to be running, rowing, or biking, whatever you have. The goal is to do some sprints. So with that, we're going to do a pretty simple warm-up just to get ourselves prepped for those thrusters, a little bit of sprint, kind of prime the system, and then we'll get going, okay? So, you're probably wondering why I have a broomstick, just so I could sweep. No, just gonna use things maybe more around the house that you might have. So, first part of our warm-up today, 2 to 3 sets for quality, is some type of pass-through and then some type of front rack stretch, okay, for about 30 seconds. So, if you guys have a broom or some type of wooden dowel or stick, I'm sure you can find something like this. You have this in your house. Boom, we've got now. Ooh, the wife is gonna get mad.
So now I ask you, who took the cookie off the counter?
Okay, so I'll drop that. So this one, a little bit narrow, so I'm just gonna hold it. Again, this might not be completely perfect. I gotta hold the bristles for this one, but you can see that at the end of the day, make what works, okay? So just try to get some pass-throughs, some around the worlds, try to make this work to get those shoulders moving through, and then some type of front rack stretch. This is my go-to because we do have those thrusters, okay? So easy way to do that is hold it with the hand here, throw it back, and then reach in front of you. And now I'm gonna hold this here. Key thing here is don't let your back extend. Lock it down like a hollow position, and then really crank that shoulder open. You can work it into the fingers or whatnot. As I'm thinking about this, guys, too, one of the best things you can be doing while we're not training as much is improving your mobility, your range of motion. You get back into the gym. I know right now it's sometimes unmotivating, but hey, take this time to improve the way that you move. So throw a broomstick on and do it on other days as well. Get that front rack stretch going. Another way you could do this is just kind of prop it up against something like so, and then do more of a T-spine, kind of get that overhead mobility, work through and try to get some extension. Anything that you can to improve overhead mobility, do that for about 30 seconds, okay? Next, we are going to just use this for the demo. We are going to do 10 front squats, so just work your front squat range, then 10 push press. So remember we have that dip and drive, clearing the shoulders over the head completely, getting that chin out of the way and then coming back through. Then once we have that, just put it all together for 5 thrusters, okay? The thruster is that movement where we're going all the way down, combining it with that overhead push press. So I want you to run through that for 2 to 3 sets for quality. Then we're gonna do some hot laps. We do have sprints, and the goal of today's work is to sprint. So I don't wanna see you kind of starting cold and then getting warm and pushing. The goal is to sustain high level output. So let's do a couple hot laps. Basically 2 to 3 thrusters with light weight. All right, 15 seconds of a sprint, kind of building in pace. Whether you're on a bike or row or runner, I know you might not have these, but get out on the street and run and just start to determine how far you can get, so that way during your rest you know you'll be able to make it back in time, okay? So hit the thrusters, put on a little bit of weight over 3 hot laps, push yourself through the sprint a little bit more, especially if you're running. Do not just go out and straight up run all out. You will for sure pull or strain a hammy, so make sure you're building through these. And even then, if you're running, there is no need to go all out sprints. Save yourself a little bit because it's super easy to pull hamstrings. We do not honestly run for 15 seconds, burst a lot in the gym. I used to run the 100 meters. I could run 100 meters in like 11, 9, 12 seconds. So I am not trying to run literally that fast the entire time. I'm gonna probably sustain about 100-ish meters through 15 seconds versus what I can normally run is 12, and that's a big difference. So I'm just pushing, but I'm not trying to pull a hammy again, okay? So that's what your warm-up is. Get your body nice and primed so you have 10 rounds of quality intervals. All right, let's get to the workout. This is gonna get spicy. Definitely if you push it here, this is gonna be hard. Now I know we did some thrusters on Tuesday, but that was pretty low volume. Today we're gonna use the thruster a little bit more, honestly, just to make a pain workout. This is definitely a pain workout, but this is to build your capacity. So we're looking for 10 rounds of 5 thrusters at a moderate weight. Suggested to be like 115-95. Honestly, if you can handle a bit more weight, I would go up to like 135 for the guys, maybe 105, 115 for the ladies. Don't go beyond that, okay? That's what I did it at was 135 pounds. So looking for somewhat of what we consider a moderate weight thruster. I did all mine unbroken. So again, we're looking for a weight that you could go all 5 reps for all 10 sets unbroken. The thrusters are kind of like fillers to get a little just pump in the system. The moment you finish those thrusters, your basically only downtime is the time it takes you to get on a bike, into a rower, or if you're running, boom, you go, okay? So the moment you drop that bar, you are in it. There is no rest there. So for the thrusters, let's just go over those. You could do them however you want. Like I said, if you're with the barbell, we want to load this to be a moderate weight, but just so we're all aware, when we start from the ground, we can squat clean into that first rep and then follow through 5 nice reps. Remember, the idea is push those legs all the way, then drive through. If you can't do that, you can come to a power clean first and then descend into your front squat and press, okay? If you do not have a barbell, we can exchange this for dumbbells, which, in my opinion, sucks. Okay, it's a lot harder. I like to start the dumbbells in between my legs, same concept, and we're off, okay? The dumbbells just require a little bit more stability, but still try to find a weight that's hard, but that you can go unbroken for 5. If you do not have that type of object, you can still use medicine balls. You can use bags of luggage that I've seen people be creative with. Same concept, drive through and push yourself, okay? Again, I'm trying to find something heavy. So if for whatever reason you can't get heavy, maybe, just maybe, go to like 8 reps. The point of this exercise, being a Thursday, is to change up the stimulus and get some sprint work in. So the main point is on a bike, row, or run, sprinting. So don't get too caught up. When I did the workout, I honestly found the thrusters to be really easy and just, they never made the bike, for me, I chose to do it on the bike, they never made the bike get hard. The bike was what got hard. So when you're sprinting, your legs are just gonna each round start to feel more and more like concrete, and you're walking like so, because you're just getting so much lactic acid, and the squatting is just making it worse. So 8 to 10 reps, maybe, if you're really not getting something heavy on the system. But overall, we're looking for probably 10 to 12 seconds of work in the thrusters, and then, like I said, jumping right onto run, bike, or row, and that's gonna take 15 seconds, and then you stop. So we're looking at a total amount of about 30 seconds of work, and then you get 90 seconds rest. So if you wanna just set a clock, 30 seconds on, 90 seconds off, revolving for 10 rounds, that'll keep you on track. Now you'll notice I put in there, after round 5, if you need more than 90 seconds rest, take it. Rest to recovery, maybe 2 to 3 minutes, and then get back on the same thing of 5 thrusters, 15 seconds of running, biking, or rowing sprint with only 90 seconds. The reason why I'm giving you that is between round 5 and 6, we're starting to kind of like die a little bit. The point is to hold nearly the same distance or kind of the same output in calories if you're on a machine to get quality interval work. The point of this is to feel about up here where you normally wouldn't do. If this was just 10 rounds for time, you'd probably be more here. But slowly we can start to push our capacity to push faster rounds, and this allows us to feel a round that's truly unsustainable, but the rest is letting us feel that. And then slowly but surely you kind of close the gap with interval work, and you can increase your overall tolerance for that lactic threshold. So that's ultimately what we're trying to do. So if you're just really declining, you're not getting the appropriate work. So again, take that extra rest between round 5 and 6 if you need it, so that you can sustain another 5 rounds with somewhat of the same output that you gave your first 5. Again, guys, I can't stress enough, if you are running today, running is crazy. We do a lot of running right now because it's one of the only things we have. You're going to be super fit by it. But sprints, I mean, ladies, I mean, I know guys, we love it, but the booty and the hammies, one of the most amazing things to get into some fibrous tissue that you don't normally break down, sprints. Do not go all out and pull a hamstring, but definitely push yourself. You want to challenge yourself a bit more? If you have a hill that's somewhat of an incline somewhere nearby you, do that, and this will be super nasty, okay? So 10 rounds of that, have fun with it, push yourself for the intervals. The whole point is just to sustain a pace that's not tolerable normally, but the rest is letting you do it, okay? All right, now that we're done with that, we're gonna hit a finisher. Really, this is a cool down piece, and I highly encourage you to do this. Do not skip this part. Take about 3 to 5 minutes to rest, and then jump on a bike row or just a nice casual jog, or go on a hike for 20 minutes. We're looking to bring ourselves back down to kind of a relaxed state and flush that lactic acid out through our bodies. This really aids in recovery, and honestly, after every workout, you should be jumping on some type of erg or just walk it off for 5 to 10 minutes. You'd be amazed at how much that benefits you for the next day of training, but it also improves your ability to flush toxin. So if you've ever done like 5 minute on, 3 off, 5 minutes on, 3 off, we're always trying to increase our ability to recover faster so we could do more work. So imagine if you were to just take this extra time after workouts and do some easy, light aerobic work. That really goes a long way in not just recovering you, but improving your performance. So I know it seems kind of like, oh, I don't want to do it, but you're like skipping out on super easy work that's a checklist item in my opinion, but it makes you like this much more fit. So learn to do that and teach your body to more effectively flush lactic acid through your body. And a little bit of science of what's happening, your lymphatic system only can work through triggering muscle contraction, and that's how we move waste through our body. So that's why we literally say walk it off, or go do a recovery walk or swim or something light, because we're not trying to stress the body, we're just doing enough to create some movement, and that's what allows us to move through all that lactic waste and bring fresh new oxygenated blood into the cells, to the tissues and stuff, okay? So hit that, have an enjoyable experience today. Today's a nice spicy workout for Thursday, and then tomorrow be on the lookout for a quality hero workout, guys. Again, have fun with it. Enter your scores into Wodify, interact on Facebook. If you have any questions, we're here for you. This is the way it's going to be for a little bit longer, but we got you. I know you guys could do it. Proud of you guys. Keep it up.